Hi, I'm Godin and welcome back to BG Tips, episode 4. I hope you've been following along from the kit list video and we're working our way down the list. So tonight we're going to talk about my luxury item. This is probably the most important dry bag on my bike. This does not get wet. This is evening clothing. So I carry these. If you carry some evening clothes, your night is going to be luxurious and you'll be clean, comfortable, and it's going to make your travel even harder. This is quite extreme for a lot of fast and light bikepackers, but this is probably the most I'll ever take from a winter's evening. So, starting at the top of the list, what have we got in there? Hey, I'm not going to hang on to those. So, I carry spare underwear for the evenings, take off that wet, horrible lycra, and stay clean and dry. And just, you're just going to stop saddle sores, because you can't ride with saddle sores. I know from experience, it's agony. Next on the list, it's quite nice and simple. A nice merino wool t-shirt. We talked about merino wool before, and probably the best thing about it, it's very anti-odour. So I can wear this for 2 weeks in the evenings and go to the pub and no one's ever going to know. So a real key thing for those long distance trips. Next on the list, you'll be thinking, why has he got waterproof trousers? I don't always take these, but waterproof trousers. Imagine the sun is out. It's just stopped raining and you're there watching the sunset over the ocean, but you can't sit on a wet rock because you're going to get evening clothes soaking wet. You carry waterproof trousers and you're into a winner. You can sit on the grass, you can enjoy yourself in the evenings, but yes, a bit of a bulky item, but it does make some of those evenings, if it's raining every night, a little bit more comfortable. And they get partnered up with these. So these are merino wool leggings. Especially if I'm in my tent in the winter, I'll be wearing these as well. But yeah, these coupled underneath those, I'll get there in the pub, no one's ever going to know. Nice and cosy and warm. In winter times, I might be wearing kind of like a thicker base layer, basically. Something like this. So this is only for thermal properties for the evening in my tent or if I'm kind of in my sleeping bag. It just makes me a little bit more warm. So I'll probably ditch the merino wool t-shirt and just take this instead. So yeah, it depends what weather we're packing for. Next on the list, these. Wow. I have to say, these are luxury. Just take some thick, fluffy, these aren't so fluffy anymore, but take some thick, fluffy, warm socks. They're going to make you feel all cozy in the evenings. It's the one thing that I find goes coldest first is my toes. To couple with, whilst we're talking about feet, I do take these as well. These are shoes, but they're for kayaking or canoeing. I just Amazoned Canoe Shoes, and this is what you get. I've had a few pairs and variations of them. The first ones have really flimsy bottoms, and I found if I was trying to climb over rocks if I'm camping on the coast in the evenings, it was particularly dangerous, but it was also particularly painful. And walking on gravel was painful as well. So get something with a really sturdy sole, and they also dry really, really quick. I have been known to use this for river crossings if I had to. If there's like a giant one up to my waist, which I've been in. But they'll pack down super small. They go in my front bag, and also means if I'm down the pub as well, quite cozy, quite comfortable. They look quite normal, really. So yes, good to have a spare pair of footwear, especially if you've got those wet shoes, you just want to get out of them, but you're still going to go and do something. Also, if you're in the youth hostel, you can walk around in your socks, but probably not very hygienic. Take a pair of shoes with you. Next on my list is this attractive thing. A head net. I tell you what, take it. I don't really enjoy them. Use really good insect repellent, such as Smidge, but if you had to, it gets you out of the way. If you're in a bivvy bag, definitely take one. You're going to be eaten alive. But if you're in your tent and you can zip up and get away from them all, but don't go anywhere without your head net. Even in other places, not just Scotland, if you're camping by the river, loads of little horrible flies and stuff, and they're really bothering you, you can stick this on, but you can't eat, you can't really breathe in it. I find them really weird. So yeah, hit and miss, but pile loads of smidge on, you'd be all right. But yeah, do take it with you. And the last thing to take is a woolly hat, and especially with a bobble on the top. Oh, it just makes me feel cozy and warm. And if you have got a campfire, if you're lucky enough, you can all sit around in the evenings and be all snuggly and you feel quite casual. If I'm trying to pack light, I may not take the one with the bobble, but it's quite cool. I feel cozy in it, so often does get packed. And if we are talking about winter evenings, I'll be wearing a down jacket. These pack up super small and they're super, super warm, but if they get wet, they lose all of that warmth. So do keep them in the dry bag. Make sure they don't get wet. If it's raining, wear your waterproof on top. This one also has a waterproof coating on the top of it, so I do reproof it. Keep it clean, keep it working well, and it will look after you, keep you cozy on those chilly evenings. If it's a little bit warmer than that, because that gets really warm, I do often take a synthetic one, which can cope with a little bit more weather-wise, and a little bit more breathable in the pits. So between those two, you stay toasty and warm. So that's it for my evening clothing. Yes, it's a long list of luxury items, but you could take bits and pieces out of that list. Even if it's just take a spare pair of underwear for that one night away, you're going to feel so much fresher and nicer in your tent. So thanks for watching, enjoy your adventures, and until next time, ciao for now.